Oh, I didn't see that. We're so lame. How's it, Joshy? What's up, dude? How you doing? Come on in.
Nice and early. What time is it?
Oh, what time is it? 6? I don't even know anymore.
What time do you usually wake up?
I'm normally up about 5:30. Yeah, 6. Yeah. See, I just know, called it. Like, it just depends on also what time. Like if we opening, then I'll be up at 4 to coach at 5.
Yeah,
so
that's
for the
deep one.
yeah, for the coaches that know that life, you get it. You get it.
You know.
If you know, you know.
Like we got a little bit of games recap, eh? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm at that point now where I think a lot of people are, where I'm going to bed, I'm not staying up.
Yeah.
So just watching the last few heats from yesterday. Gymnastics event, pretty wild.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. It was cool, like when they first announced it, I was obviously interested to see what they were going to do. But it was cool to see it play out. So they had to like handstand walk over a ramp, 8 freestanding handstand push-ups in unbroken sections. Up a ramp, pirouette on top of the ramp. Like, I think they're lucky they have these foam obstacles.
It's just getting gnarly.
And then, yeah, it's crazy. And it's only day 1, so it's going to be cool to see the rest of the weekend.
Nice boy. And is this your normal breakfast? What's happening?
Usual breakfast. Got some instant oats. For some reason, it's better for my stomach than normal oats, so I just stuck to it.
Okay, I like it.
So we got some instant oats here. My usual flavor. You can't,
like chocolate.
you can't go wrong with chocolate. But that was sold out, so we went with caramel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got some eggs because got to get that protein in.
Yes.
I know you're proud of me. And then I don't know if you got the OJ in, just a little bit of OJ.
Yeah, a little bit of. So it's usually some oats, OJ,
Eggs.
basically.
Yeah.
Natural protein.
Yep.
Okay.
It also depends on, like, I'll do the oats. It takes a little bit longer to digest.
Yeah.
So if it's further away from training, I'll do the oats.
Yeah.
Just because like it's obviously digested, but then I'll also do something like this. So these guys are pretty cool.
Okay.
It's just like a hot cereal, but it's cream of rice, so it just digests faster.
Okay.
So then I'll like do something like that if it's closer to training.
Okay.
So it doesn't sit,
Okay.
which is pretty nice.
What time? So you'll be training later. You'll be training like 9.
9:30ish, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Usually around that time.
Okay. So it's just getting like a bunch of easy to digest, basically like stuff down the gut, like carbs, fat, protein, a good combination, or.
Pretty much.
Okay. Cool.
Keep it simple.
And do you track your macros and stuff? What's your like range? Do you have something, or is it just?
Don't put that on again, Caitlin will shit on me.
What?
Don't. I'm aced. Sorry, what was your question?
Like macros wise.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff?
I'm
sure a lot of people.
I definitely have in the past. I'm at a point now where I more or less know how much to eat. I can eyeball it.
Roughly, what is it looking like?
At the moment, I'm between like 4,000, 4,500 calories,
Okay.
which is obviously a lot of food.
And what's your weight?
Like my ratio.
No. You're not a small.
Height at the moment. I mean, I'm not gonna get taller.
My arm is extended, by the way.
I'm 188, so I think it's like 6 foot or 6'1".
Yeah.
And then weight, I'm probably sitting at about 98, 99.
Okay.
That's like a pretty steady weight for me.
Yes.
I am actually trying to get a little bit heavier, trying to get a little bit bigger this off season, and then just see how that carries me into next season. Especially like strength, well, not so much strength wise, but how it affects like gymnastics, body weight, and overall endurance. So I'm trying something different this year just to see how my body performs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sophie's about to be a
Yeah. Here she is.
There she is.
Dude,
Crazy is that imaging, bro?
it's nuts, dude. Like, something broke there.
What's that noise?
What was that? On the road again.
B-roll.
Yoshi, callous the mind.
No, callous the mind. Tell me about callousing the mind.
Yeah, basically, I mean, anyone who knows David Goggins, if you've listened to his stuff, you know how intense he is.
Yeah.
But he has this thing where he speaks about callous the mind. Basically, he says, what he's trying to say is you need to go through hard things to come out on top or to become better. And he's like, just how you work out and you callous your hands, you're making your body stronger. Essentially trying to do the same thing with your mind. So it's just adopting a tough mindset, I guess. Like, choose to do the hard things and then it makes things easier. This narrative lately that everyone has their story, right? And there's so many people of different walks of life and everyone's gone through stuff, but you need to, if you're always in your own bubble, you're never gonna learn or grow outside of that. And the thing is, I think the more people you meet and the more people that share their story, the more you learn, and you probably learn about yourself as well, because maybe there are things where you've gone through something similar with someone, but just because you've gone through something similar doesn't mean that you've both had the same perspective on it. So to share stories, that's how you learn. It's just about life and people in general, and that's how you can grow as a person as well. And you can probably apply things to different parts of your life based on what you've spoken to people about. So yeah, dude, lately I've just been thinking about how everyone has a story, and when you speak to people, and we live in such a time now where everything's so digital as well. I mean, everyone's like on their phones, and so something I've really tried to do is like put the phone down. Like, I mean, if small example, if Prof's at the gym and he's sitting in the office with us, like, I'm just gonna chat to him. Like, just, you never know, you could be talking to him about something and he just shares something with you and you're like, whoa, that's actually really useful, or he just tells you a cool story, you know? And even for older generations or whatever you want to say, like, even they're still going through their story. Like, it's not done yet. But yeah, that's just kind of where my head's been lately. Just like talk to people, like find out people's story. This morning, but this is usually where I let out a few swear words and shout at people.
Speaking of swear words, what's your favorite genre of music?
Oh, you're gonna get me to play my music?
Yeah. What's your go-to song on the way to work?
Jeez, dude, I'm going through a few at the moment. So I'm listening to a band that's called The Plot in You.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit heavy, but I don't know, I've always been into like rock and heavy metal music. I think I get it from my dad. So growing up, I'll actually share a story with you. My dad listened to obviously like the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, like Motley Crew, all those types of guys. And then, so I grew up around that. Like whenever I was with my dad or we were with his brother, my cousins, having a braai and shit, that would be the music playing in the background.
Okay.
And then, so my dad ended up remarrying, and then my stepbrother he listened to that stuff as well, and he kind of got me into, between him and my cousin, they got me into, you know, the Linkin Park, the Limp Bizkit, and then the heavier stuff, Korn, Metallica, all those kinds of things. Anyway, we're chilling, we're at my dad's place one weekend. My stepbrother walks in with a Slipknot live concert, a VHS, or still VHS tape, and he asked my dad if he's heard of this band Slipknot. My dad's like, no, I'd heard of Slipknot at the time. Anyway, he pops it in, we're listening to it now. Anyone who knows Slipknot, you know they're quite heavy, they wear masks, overalls, like it's a lot. And I remember, I look up at my dad, doesn't say anything, just like looks at me, gives a little like nod of approval, and then he just says, I like it. And I was like, sweet, my dad likes Slipknot. If I have to play my absolute go-to song at the moment, it's a band called Falling in Reverse, and the song's called Watch the World Burn.
Okay. Sounds deep.
Yeah, I got voices in my head again. Tread carefully.
And stuff, and then I get like, why do you listen to this? Like, da da da. And then, but the thing is, you often find, like you said, the people that seem alternative or seem dark or have gone through the most shit, like they tend to be the most real people. It's nothing's put on, nothing's forced. Okay, Josh, we need to find a parking.
What's happening? Well, who's somebody's parking?
Anyway, look, if you live in Cape Town and there's one skill you have to have, it's parallel park.
Parallel park.
Welcome to De Waterkant.
Men's health.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool, I must say. I think I mentioned in the little post I did, it's one of those things growing up, like when I got into health and fitness, Men's Health, that was like your go-to. And to then be featured in it is pretty cool. Finished already? How'd you do? Did you do singles or did you? Nice. Run it back.
30 down to 1.
Did you get it? Inspired you. Nice shoes. Might as well put Ty in. You'll probably feature us all in each other's videos. This is where we keep our shit. Did we survive yesterday? Hey, some 80 kg overhead squats for everyone. That must have been fun. Very nice. Touch and go power clean. Say bye, Jerry. Bye, Jerry. So every minute on the minute for 8 minutes, 3 touch and go power cleans. Ah, yeah, you didn't know it's Women's Month. Oh, Alex. Jeez. Here we go. High jump, single unders. Lighter side, even though we're only doing 3 reps, it should be a way. Stand up a quarter of the way, all the way down, all the way up. And down, up. Give me 3 front squats in your own time, just down and up. Lindy, wait a little bit longer before you pull. Okay, mid shin, go. Yes, there we go, straight up. And go. Yes, much better. What should they have? I don't know. I really don't know. Nostalgia playlist. I feel like this is the nostalgia class.
Yeah. There's no diff in this class.
I mean, there can be a little bit of diff. Definitely can. But I mean, we're going really old right now. Just going through some programming for next week. So we actually use CAP programming, so CrossFit affiliate programming. Pretty cool. They give you a ton of stuff, and then we just kind of plug in things here and there. Obviously, logistics. I mean, great example. Monday, so they've got 30 GHDs. We obviously don't have 15, 20 GHDs, so we're gonna just sub that for some weighted medicine ball sit-ups. So yeah, so I normally sit down every Tuesday, and then I just go through the programming for the following week. And then, like I said, I just sit through it. I normally put it all up, and then if I need to make any changes, I make some changes. So I posted up on Octave, which is just the platform we use to load the workouts on. The members obviously have their profile, so they can see all the workouts, so up to 2 days. We're probably going to end up changing that, but they can see the workouts up to 2 days in advance. They can book their classes, log their scores. So I'll just take it from the affiliate programming, shift through it, and then I'll post it up on Octave for our members. So yeah, so like I said, I'll just pop the workout in, give the workout a name, depending on how many parts it is. It's quite cool. We've got trainer and member notes, so coaches are able to see what the stimulus is, what they should focus on coaching-wise on their profiles, and then if there's any notes for the members, we plug that in as well. Like, hey, we're going for a 1 rep max today, so really push it, see how you're feeling. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Everything's up there for them, so they can check it out. What should we call this workout, Joshy?
No, let's do it.
Okay, let's brainstorm. No idea is a bad idea.
Yeah.
So we put up these workouts, we put up the names, and then one of the first questions is, what does that mean? And sometimes the workout name has nothing to do with the actual workout. It's just a name. So now we can call it the bulge. But when someone asks me, hey, why is it called that? You have an answer, Josh.
You're going to be bulging.
You're
You're
going to be pretty thick after the workouts.
Yeah.
Seeing as it's Women's Month,
Yes.
I've been naming the workouts after influential women or historical women. So, for example, this week we went with famous pop artists or famous musicians. So today we have Celine Dion, as some of them call Celine Dion. So we're going with influential and historical female figures.
Okay.
Hit submit, and now that bad boy's up. There we go. Just a little intra drink, I guess. I don't know. So I've already got a Revive in there. Just like electrolytes, sodium, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
On that note, sodium is your friend, people.
Yes.
If you're wanting performance, get that sodium. So yeah, just I'll throw a Revive in. We've spoken about this a couple of times. Stan Efferding, the guy that does the vertical diet. Basically, it's more performance driven. So he speaks about how you want sodium. Like the more saturated the muscle is, the more hydrated you are, the better you'll perform. But then there's just a ton of benefits with sodium, like drives better performance, less cramping, all those kinds of things. So I'm big on that. So I'll throw a Revive in. It just got, like I said, sodium, electrolytes, all those things to help keep you hydrated. And then this is just maltodextrin. So basically a fast-acting carb. So I just drink this during my sessions because most of my sessions go anywhere from 90 minutes to 2 hours. So it just helps to, again, keep me fueled while I'm training. So I don't have any like dips in energy and I can power through the full session. Yeah. So we'll make that and then start warming up. Some bench press, superset with more bench press. Some front rack step ups, just some single leg strength, deficit deadlifts. Nasty workout, 75 power snatches at 43 kilos. Every 2 minutes you stop and do a 20-second handstand hold, so that's just gonna fry your shoulders. Then we got 75 calorie ski erg, every 2 minutes a 20-second dead hang. So it's just like all arms, and then just some shoulder health stuff to close out the session. So I'm following Mayhem Athlete. Shout out to them. I've been on it now just over a year. Yeah, just over a year, and yeah, loving it. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong following anything under Rich Froning. Hashtag the GOAT, Josh. Depending on who you speak to. So yeah, been following Mayhem Athlete for just over a year. Yeah, loving it.
Nice.
Feeling strong, feeling fit. Building into next year. I'm focusing a lot more on just like overall fitness and conditioning or endurance, but a lot of gymnastics work lately, especially with like the way the direction or the way things are going gymnastics wise from local comps to the games. High skill gymnastics is pretty much the focus now. Along with that, types of skipping, so crossovers was a movement that kept me out of qualifying for semis this year. So I've been spending a lot of time on that, all different types of ropes, just things I don't normally do. But a lot of, like, I would say gymnastics is the main focus for now. Yeah.
So my role at Motley, I'm now the head coach at Motley Crew CrossFit. So I oversee all the programming. I do a little skills development with the coaches, make sure that they're just constantly getting new knowledge, whether it's movements, nutrition, basically all things health and fitness. I make sure I check out the competitive calendar for the year, whether there's local team comps happening. I make sure that that info is out for the members that want to take part. So yeah, just all things competition-wise, making sure coaches are happy and pushing their limits within their coaching, and then the programming. I oversee all of that.
Nice. And what's the journey been like? Last, let's say,
been
2018.
It's been an interesting one, but it's been full steam ahead since COVID has obviously passed on. So now we've moved to a new location, which is literally around the corner, bigger premises. We've got the Plato Coffee guys involved. We've got a gym up in Joburg as well, so 3 locations. So it's been a roller coaster of a journey, ups and downs, but more ups than downs. We've got our first comp happening in December for Cella, which we're really excited about. I think local competition-wise, there's not much that happens within Cape Town. I think there's more happening up in Joburg and Pretoria. So we've been wanting to put something on the calendar for a while now, and I think we finally just pulled the plug and things are going well, full steam ahead, so I'm excited for that.
And just talk to me about your growth as a...
I think in the beginning it was still very much, maybe kind of being a junior coach, asking questions, pulling from guys like Stevie who come from a more financial background, and obviously pulling from Ty who's been in the coaching space for so long, to where now I think I take a little bit more initiative rather than always asking. If I've got ideas, I'll bring it up, whereas before I would kind of just push my ideas to the side. In terms of personal growth, I think I've become a bit more patient with people and within myself as well. That's been something I've not necessarily struggled with, but it wasn't something that was a strength of mine. I would want to rush, I'd want to get things done, I would be rushed with people. And I think in this kind of space, working with people from different backgrounds, different physical backgrounds, patience is a big one. People walk inside and they maybe struggle to do a push-up on day one, and it's okay, well, let me meet you where you're at, and then we build from there. And if they don't necessarily make 100% progress on day one, but they make 1%, like great, we're moving in the right direction. So personal growth, patience for me has been a big thing. Whether it's at home, whether it's at work, it's okay if things don't happen immediately. Everything's a process.
How excited are you for having a little one come on the way? Eh?
Dude, I'm gonna get emotional now. The more I think about it, the more excited I get. It's been something that myself and my wife have obviously been speaking about for a while, and it's weird. We both woke up one day and I was like, yeah, cool, let's try have a kid. So our baby girl, we're having a little girl, she's due November, and I must say there's definitely been personal change there from day one when Caitlin told me she was pregnant. There's this change. It's no longer just me. It's no longer just me and Caitlin. Now we're bringing this little person into the world, and it's super exciting. Again, I've still got my personal goals, but at the end of the day, my personal goals would never be above Caitlin and our daughter. I think it's still important that I pursue those things, but at the same time, my priorities are Caitlin and our daughter. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see the personal growth we both make through this next chapter, and it's just super exciting, dude. I can't wait.
Good boy, well done.
Thank you, Joshie. That could be fun. Guys, hey Cara, how are you?
Cara.
4 o'clock's peaking.
Peeking.
2 minutes to go and everyone's here.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are peaking hard today.
Could be up and running this side as well.
Okay. Helen, guys, popular benchmark workout. Some of you might have done this one. If not, and it's your first time, benchmark, so just give it a go.
Good.
Blue it is.